So, Article 13. What is it? How will it affect me? Here's a definitive rundown of Article 13 by someone who vaguely knows something about it because they read it online. What is up, guys? Actually, I'll tell you what is up. Article 13. I've heard a lot about this over the past couple of months or whatever. I assume you guys have too, because it's been absolutely everywhere. Like, everyone... It seems like everyone's talking about it across YouTube and everything. I mean, even this was an email sent out to me yesterday about Article 13, and this is a pop-up on YouTube itself. And then if you follow that pop-up, brings you to this guy. He'll tell you about Article 13 much better than I will. Basically, Article 13 is a law that's being kind of talked about by the EU currently. It's about protecting people who own copyright, so people can infringe copyright less, which is obviously a good thing. It's always good to have less copyright infringement around. But apparently the way that it's written so far means that it's basically going to destroy the internet. So, in essence, what it would do is make it so nobody can use any copyrighted material at all. Whereas right now, for instance, on my own YouTube channel, I use copyrighted content a lot, but it's still like it doesn't get blocked. Well, most of it doesn't get blocked by YouTube. Obviously, my reactions do get blocked, so I have to do redirects to Google Drive and everything, but that's fine. But yeah, with this new Article 13, if it's put into place, then, for instance, I won't be able to use anything to do with NLP in thumbnails or anything, I don't think, which is pretty bad, because you literally have to own like every single piece of audio and video in your video. And of course, like, even in the redirects, I have the thumbnail in the video, the redirect, and that has usually a screenshot from the episode that I watched. But obviously, I don't own that screenshot, so it's technically copyright infringement according to Article 13. You know, so even the redirect would get blocked. So if Article 13 does get put into place, then most likely I won't be able to upload anything on YouTube. However, there is a way to get around it, and it's by using a VPN. Now, a VPN is a virtual private network, and I don't really know much about it. I haven't used a VPN before. I'm looking into using one soon, so I'll keep you updated on that if I do and find out what it is, how it works. From what I can tell, it's basically like I think it changes your IP address to like show that you're in a different country. So then, if you change it to a country that's outside of the EU, then Article 13 won't apply to you. That's how you get around Article 13. If you're not in the EU in the first place, if you're in America or something, then you're laughing, you're fine. Well, you'd think that. Because even though everyone outside the EU isn't technically affected by Article 13, everyone inside is, and that by proxy affects everyone else. Because people like myself, who are in the EU and make content, who will no longer be able to make content unless they use VPN, if we're not able to make content, then people in America and stuff just won't be able to view that content that isn't made. So there'll be less videos on YouTube overall, and less people watching the videos because people won't be able to watch them from inside the EU. It's starting to remind me of the whole thing in North Korea where they're not allowed to actually use the internet at all. And they have to like be mega elite hackers to actually use the internet. But there is one thing about Brexit. If you don't know what Brexit is, I'm not going to go into it because, my god, what a political kerfuffle to sort out. But yeah, so there's lots of pros and cons for Brexit. I'm not going to go into whether I am for or against Brexit, but honestly, I'm not well informed enough to actually make an informed opinion on Brexit, to be honest. But anyway, there is one good thing about it, and that is, once we come out of the EU, obviously Article 13 won't apply to people in the UK, which is obviously great because we won't have to use VPNs to get around the system anymore. But yeah, all this is just like, it is probably half scaremongering, but it definitely seems like there's some truth to it. And I just thought everyone should be aware of this, just so if it is put into place, everyone's not massively surprised by it. And also, the more people know about it, the more people can stand up against it. If you watch the video, I've linked in the description. It's like recommended by YouTube themselves. They put it on this link here. It's a little pop up. Yeah, this guy just explains it way better than I do, and at the end he explains what you can do to help against Article 13. So that was just a little chat about a pretty big topic. God, I'm dreading the future. See you next time.